The first call of baseball is heard from playgrounds and backyards. Come play, it says. Learn how to catch, how to throw, how to hit. Next thing we know, we're squeezing the last bit of daylight out of the day for just one more swing or pitch or fly ball. This call rings on through sandlot games, youth leagues, and into high school. And during this time, a dream is born of one day making it to the big leagues. Every year, a new crop of hopefuls eagerly awaits to hear if their name will be called on draft day. For a select group of blue chippers, expectations will be high. For the rest, there can be no expectations, only hopes. These are the dark horses, garnering little fanfare they'll need to find a way to demonstrate that they belong amongst the best of the best. History shows that a handful can defy the odds and succeed at the game's highest level. What does it take for one of the many to rise out of the pack and make it to the show? It takes finding an identity as a player. It takes learning from one's successes and failures on the field. It takes the desire to raise the bar of our potential. It takes a lot of things. That's why only the most dedicated and driven will get there. And even fewer will see their star rise to the full realization of that whispering call to play from so long ago. Just days before the 40-round MLB draft, Some lesser-known prospects get one last chance to make an impression at Bowman Scout Day. His name having finally been called, a pitching prospect steps up to the mound to make his case for draft consideration. Never has this player had the chance to command the attention of so many big league buyers. He looks to make each pitch count. Most of today's Scout Day participants are not considered blue-chip prospects, but they all have blue-chip aspirations. Done for the day and heading back to the locker room, this player is met by one of the scouts in attendance, who reminds him that he's still got one more chance to make an impression on the big league buyers. While preparing for the first of 2 games at the Topps Amateur Showcase, a prospect is approached by a representative of the MLB Scouting Bureau.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we get the ball rolling with an intriguing matchup on day one between the prospects from the Central region and those representing the West. Dave Darby, a right-hander from the state of Maryland, is on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Ball, that's it. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. Swinging a ground ball to third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to the right. To his left, Fabregas. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Striding forward now is the DH, Richard Sirota. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. 1 out, nobody on. This is on the ground over to first. A dive, and he knocks it down. Throw will not be in time at first. A good effort that time, but not enough to prevent them from getting a 1-out base runner.
Hey, and as they say, they all look like line drives in the box score, but the reality is he made a really good pitch. Got the batter to just roll over it, but the infielders couldn't make a play on it. That's the way it goes in this game. There's nothing you can do except put it behind you and attack the next hitter.
First things first, here's a throw over. Just keeping him close. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. The 0-1 delivery. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Oh, and 2, here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Fly ball out toward left center field. In there, a base hit.
Well, now that's interesting. He's given up 2 singles in a row, and he's on his heels just a little bit. Now we'll see if he has the mental makeup to bear down and take care of this next batter. Scouts are always looking to see how a pitcher responds when he gets into a jam.
Now a look and a throw back to second, and he's back in standing. From the stretch, and that one just missed outside. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone, and with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
2-1 the count. Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Yeah, and that's a great job of keeping him off balance right there. He sits him down with a very nice off-speed pitch, and that has to impress the scouts in the stands. Most young hurlers depend on spotting their fastballs, but he's showing right there that he has an effective off-speed repertoire as well.
Charlie Studer is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Hit out towards second. Scooped up, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Second inning upcoming here in Florida's Baseball City with no score. Into the box now, Damian Roy. As he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now he'll step off. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he kind of struggled through that first inning, but ended up getting out of it. Now here in the second, you know he'd love to get this leadoff guy and get off on the right foot and maybe settle into this game a bit.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pinheiro will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. Now to the plate, Hitoki Asuncion. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And there's out number 2. Into the box now, Todd Duvall. Here's the first pitch to him. Down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Now at the plate, Eric Santiago. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Fouled off. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
This is what we call a challenge fastball. Scouts love to see a guy with enough confidence and arm strength to just reach back and fire a heater past the hitter. No analytics or data is as important as some old school mano a mano. The scouts will eat that one up.
Here comes the 0-1. Changeup in for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Striding in once again, Richard Sirota. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
Count even now at 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Central Prospects.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The West Prospects get the win despite 3 errors in the field. Felipe Portillo earns the victory on the mound. Buddy Owen struck out 10 in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
They left a boatload of runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. One game for each team is in the books, and now it's on to day 2, and we've got a good matchup ahead between the prospects from the Eastern Seaboard and the prospects from the Central region. Seth Cunningham, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, this guy's a real good two-seam fastball, and you'll know if it's good because he'll have good run and sinking action to his arm side. He'll throw it to all 4 quadrants of the plate, and he needs that pitch to be effective in this game here today.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Our game time temperature here to start play, a balmy 86 degrees at first pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. The 1-2 towards second. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Yeah, and I'm sure he wasn't planning on giving up a base knock to the first batter he faced, but that's what he's done now, and he just has to show the scouts how he's going to respond. He'd love nothing more than to get a strikeout or a double play right here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a bunt attempt here, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line. Coming to the plate now, Frank Ramirez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Koo, the runner at second with 1 away. Big tilt on the slider, gets a swing and a miss.
In today's game of seeing so many guys strike out and not worry about it, I'd love to see a little 2-strike approach right here. Maybe shorten up a little bit and try and force-feed something the other way.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Rob Anderson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. 2-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1 home. Hit hard to third. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Striding into the box, Ira Person. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First pitch on its way. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. And it's fouled away.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
To 1-2 now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Popped him up. Holbert is there, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Leading off the inning, Owen Dark, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Robert Yamamoto, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Ball one.
1-1.
Bases are empty, one man out. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. The 2-1 home. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Set to deal on 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Here now the 2-2. Up the middle and he's able to knock it down. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. So striding forward now, Mario Franco.
Right fielder, Mario.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Swung on but fouled off to the left. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Fouled off. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Leading off the inning, Jason Iguchi, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch coming, here it is. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Hit to short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Digging in for his second at-bat, Nelson Koo. He reached on a single in his first try. In there, and it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
In tight with the slider, 2-2. Third inning here, 3-1 our score. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Digging in to try it again, Brian Barrios. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Swing and a little blooper to center. Pinheiro sprinting after it. He can't get to it. This one's down. Now in the box, Frank Ramirez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Frank Ramirez.
He's set, and the pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Now a throw over. Runner back standing. Working for the punch out and the offering. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left.
Your attention, please. Coming in.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The Central jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Francesco Lopez gets the W on the mound. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB.
With nothing left to do but await his fate, this young hopeful receives a check-in from his former high school coach, who's been acting as his advisor through the process.
Welcome back to the Major League. With the 6th pick, the New York Mets select Seth Cunningham, a starting pitcher from the Central Region.
After a long and lonely first 2 days of the MLB draft, this player's wait is finally over. When a player returns to a scout day, having been through the process before, he knows exactly what to expect.
It's time for baseball here on the show. Today we get the ball rolling with an intriguing matchup on day one. Seth Cunningham will be on the mound for the away team in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy has a 3-pitch mix, and he needs all 3 of his pitches. If he has them all working and uses them properly, he has a chance to be very effective.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Our game time temperature here to start play, a balmy 86 degrees at first pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jew has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. At the plate, Brian Miles. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough slider down low for a strike. A fastball that just misses inside. Miles is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Yeah, and that's a great job of keeping him off balance right there. He sits him down with a very nice off-speed pitch, and that has to impress the scouts in the stands. Most young hurlers depend on spotting their fastballs, but he's showing right there that he has an effective off-speed repertoire as well.
Behind this as this ball is looped over toward first, but an easy play over at first to glove it, and digging in the switch hitter, James Munn. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. Hit sharply on the ground, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second. So striding in, Pedro Barrios, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now a bunt attempt here, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Whoa. At an event like the Topps Amateur Showcase, you don't really expect someone to lay down a sacrifice bunt, but that's just what he did. Hey, I like it. He put his ego and desire to show what he could do aside and made a play that helped the team. And don't think the scouts won't take a note of that, because they will.
Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll 1-1. Again, I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Coming to the plate now, David Mateo, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed too low apparently. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here's a strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2. Cunningham has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 hit, 1 left. Now at the plate, Isaiah Moreno. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A late swing at a slider for a strike.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, as in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
Stepping in, Ryan Asulin. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air into shallow left center. Ramos ranging forward, makes the play, and there are two gone now. Ready for another chance, Fred Abreu. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Nothing across here this half. We'll head now to the home half.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched one-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. Afternoon baseball here on the show. One game for each team is in the books, and now it's on to day 2, and we've got a good matchup ahead. Seth Cunningham, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the things you look for in a pitcher, Matty, is movement on the fastball, and this guy has great run on his fastball. What does that mean? On his arm side, when he throws, the ball has it looks almost like a cutter. It has this little sweeping action. What it does, it keeps the hitters from hitting it off the barrel of the bat. A very effective pitch, but a very difficult pitch to command.
And we should see some 90s as we go forward. 88 degrees, our game time temperature. The 1-2. Dribbled to the right side. That's a foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game. Stepping up to the plate, Richard Triplett. He'll get to take his first cuts here. High in the air down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Settling in now, Elvis Mateo. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Shot weakly to the left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. Striding forward now is the DH, Brooks Ritchie. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Ready now, Bobby Haley, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Tough slider down low for a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. The bouncer to the left side. Liriano scoops it up on to first, and there were 2 down. Also striding in, Chad Lawson.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Chad.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. No score here as we play inning number 2. 2-0 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch home is at the knees and called strike 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Now at the plate, Roger Trujillo. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up.
That's up.
Carmona moving to his left. Oh, and this drops in the infield.
And there's just no excuse for dropping a ball like that. His pitcher induces an easy pop-up in the infield, and he just muffed it. Not sure if he lost track of it or he looked away at the last minute, but that's an error. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. Scouts hate to see that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Soft liner towards center. Base hit, and they're into the hit column.
No runner, eat it.
Well, he was cruising there for a while, but he had to give up his first hit eventually. This is actually good because now the scouts will be able to see how he operates out of the stretch. Maybe get a look at his pickoff move. Also, you want to see how a pitcher responds to adversity, and this is the first bit of adversity he's faced all game.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
This one's down to 3rd. There's one. On to first, and they get them both.
And he just looks like he's in a comfortable groove out there. A nice pitch here, and the hitter can do nothing but roll over it for an easy out. It'll be interesting to see if he can finish as strong as he started this thing. Scouts like what they've seen so far.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. High in the air into shallow left center. Ramos is after it. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So no runs here.
Your attention, please. Coming in.
Yeah, they showed a lot of grit to get the win here. They trailed by 4 runs, but never panicked. They just set about doing the little things that would get them back into it. And the next thing you know, they're celebrating a well-earned victory.
With the 15th pick, the Texas Rangers select Seth Cunningham, a starting pitcher from the Central Region.
Once again, as last year, this returning candidate gets a call from his advisor on the 3rd day of the MLB draft. After impressively finishing out his draft year in a development league, this prospect has been sent to open the following season with a Double-A club. A welcoming manager offers some simple wisdom. A minor league pitching coach offers advice to a new member of his staff.
Boy, good job.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the Double-A Texas League. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Frisco Rough Riders and the Springfield Cardinals. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Guillermo Ramos will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy has 3 pitches that he brings into his mix. And if he has all of them working, he has a chance to be really solid. A good pitcher, but he needs command of all 3 of his pitches.
Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. Despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good groove lately. Victorious in 7 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero. Just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Another 1-2 delivery. And the changeup is way low that time. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will track it down. Struck him out. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Dero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup, but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
Popped him up. Chavez is there. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Corey Moreno. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. We've played an inning, still nothing. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Alonzo Castle, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. You want to talk about shutting a running game down? The guy behind the dish has an absolute cannon. I mean, you will not see guys get but 2-step lead off first base today.
Anderson Dyson is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Now the 2-0. And a swing here on 2-0 as this is in the air out to straightaway center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Stepping into the box, Francisco Pena. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And it's 1-2.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0. At the plate, Richard Medrano is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
1-1.
The 1-1 home.
1-1-1.
Down the first baseline. And there's their first hit of the game.
Hey guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Batting eighth, third baseman, Fernando Mortero.
Standing in now, Fernando Mortero shows bunt as he gets this one down. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out. Stepping in, Craig Lavallo. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Craig Lavallo.
Here comes the first pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. Medrano leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Runner's on his way to third. Pitch misses low. The throw down. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
That's not an easy thing to do, steal third base, especially off a catcher like this that has a good throwing arm.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Two and two. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called.
I got the count 0-2.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Ball, that's on.
That misses. 1-2. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. A bare-handed pickup. How about that? So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left to boot. Striding in once again, Manuel Lerma. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. And that misses for ball 1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
This one's down to third. Anderson over to his left, and there's 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Corey Moreno. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Belted high in the air out to left. Holdridge going back to the track, to the wall. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
Into the box now, Alonzo Castle, as he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Into the box, Anderson Dyson. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. 1-0 pitch. Sliders in for a strike. Castle stands at first with 1 out. Working for the punch out and the offering. Ball 2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Digging in to try it again, Francisco Pena. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Pena, 28 years old. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter. 2 out with the man at first. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Ready for another chance? Richard Medrano. He singled his last time up.
Richard Medrano.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 is taken, strike 1. A ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
First pitch coming, here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
1 out, nobody on. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
He's got good swing and miss stuff in this game. That's back-to-back Ks, and that was his 9th of the game. If you're striking out 1 or more an inning, you're throwing the ball pretty well.
Right there for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and it looks like a visit to the video room may be in order after that hack. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in it.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Richard Rosales. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming, here it is. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 6th.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Manuel Lerma stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Hit out towards second. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Roll. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Alonzo Hassel chopped weakly to the left. To second for 1, but 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Ready once again, Anderson Dyson. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Chopper back to the mound. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass, as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors. Samuel Urban will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Samuel Urban.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one. But a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone has to head home, get on those computers, and get those taxes out before midnight.
And tonight's ends is a 3-0 shutout win. The Springfield Cardinals took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end.
A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game.
Boy, good job.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight it's the third of this 4-game weekend series between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the Frisco Rough Riders. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Seth Cunningham will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy's one of the most dominant pitchers in the game, and how dominant? Picked up a double-digit strikeout total in his last start, and hopefully he'll bring that A game with him in the ballpark for this one.
In now, Domingo Murillo. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Second baseman, Domingo Murillo.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And we are underway here this evening as the first pitch misses for ball one. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Matty, we've seen some good baseball in the first 2 games of this set, and expect another close one here. Both of the first 2 games decided by 1 run.
You know, D-Roll, when you get in these series like this, when 1 run means so much, you like to be able to beat the team to score first, but both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
At the plate, Alonzo Dorman. He was 1 for 4 with a triple in the ball game last night.
Alonzo Dorman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a bunt attempt here. Norris is there, and he'll bring this one in. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup filled with young bloods. Just young guys, hungry, aggressive, trying to do damage and move traffic to both gaps. Line-to-line power up and down this lineup. Should be interesting to see if their aggressiveness against them.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Murillo leads off first with 1 away. And the changeup is way low that time. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Hit back up the middle. Step on the bag for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. So here's the cleanup hitter, Darryl Lunsford, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First offering on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Missed with a slider. Ready on 1 and 2. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5. Fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
In there, strike 1. The 0-1 is put in play to the right side of the infield. He's got it, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Now batting, Maxwell Gentry. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Gets him on the mound. Great support from his infield, though, as that's the 3rd out. Weird way to end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom of the 2nd, And we are tied 0. Next will be the designated hitter. Ben Espinoza comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Holdridge is over. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Into the box now. Chris Mazzo is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Third inning, no score to this point. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out. Digging in now, Philip Avila. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Shot foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Digging in for his second at-bat, Domingo Murillo. He reached on a single in his first try.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The 0-1 delivery. And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2.
Nope.
And that one stayed too low, apparently.
1 and 2.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Nope.
Ball 1.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down. Ready for another chance? Darryl Lunsford, who looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch on its way. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. A ball and a strike. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Lifted down the line in left. Holdridge giving chase, and that's the second out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Maxwell Gentry. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Gentry.
Strike one to start the at-bat. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. There's a strike.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
Norris over to his right, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So put another 0 on the board. Striding in once again, Ben Espinoza. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Ben Espinoza.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Chris Mazo is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Mazo stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end. Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Upshaw on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out. Digging in to try it again. Philip Avila. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Tough slider down low for a strike. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. It seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So another good inning for him on the mound. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Domingo Murillo. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-1 home. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Dan, are you kidding me right there? I mean, that had to whistle past this guy's ear. That was a scary moment.
Dero, they call that the old chuck and duck, right? That was really close, and that's one of the things that most pitchers fear, that line drive that zips right by your head. Wow, that was awful close.
Alonzo Norman is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Chopper up the line. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dad, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
The 1-1. Scorched to third. The second for one. On to first, a double play.
Not what you expect from your three-hole hitter when the first two guys get on base. That's pretty deflating. But now we'll see if the cleanup guy can still pick up the runner at third.
The batter, number 6, shortstop.
Stepping in now, Darryl Lunsford, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike.
Hey, what a job right here to put yourself in position to get out of this one after giving up back-to-back singles to the first two batters.
Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Working on hanging another 0. The pitch skied into straightaway right. Fernandez has it in his tracks. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. So it's no runs. Ready once again, Alex Dutrumble.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
No balls and a strike to count. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
0-1 the count. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count 1-2. You're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Ben Espinoza is at the plate as he watches ball 1. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball.
And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Here comes the manager out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight.
Samuel Urban.
Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the 9th, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Hooks came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Aldo Calzado gets the win on the mound.
Great job.
A coach clues in a new team member on available resources.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Frisco, number 43, Seth Cunningham.
Digging in once again, Blaine Lorenz, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Blaine Lorenz.
Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Here's the 0-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
Andre Javera.
First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. Now the 1-0. Misses. Ball 2.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
Sent on the ground out to second. Schultz gloves it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Ready for another shot now. Chris Mazo. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
The windup and the 0-1. And a ball diving into the dirt. A swing and a miss.
Hey, guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've...
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. 11 innings in the books now. So digging in now, Julio Silva. First delivery to him on the way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. First baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in the switch hitter, Alonzo Dorman. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
Got him looking with the fastball, as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Alex Dutrumble is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Nothing across here this half. Marcos Abreu comes in out of the bullpen. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort and definitely was a factor in the win here.
A manager addresses his team about their recent slump. A minor leaguer is assigned temporarily to a new role.
Seth Cunningham takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
43, Seth Cunningham.
Stepping in, Wilson Hayward. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
The 1-0. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Softly on a line to 3rd. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Frisco jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Harvey Gibbons earns win number 4 on the season. Seth Cunningham closes the door for the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line.
Boy, good job.
Seth Cunningham comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Seth Cunningham.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Kevin Alvarez. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
In there, 1-1.
Hey, this offense needs to get it going right here. Somebody has to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and get this team to start thinking past the baton mentality. They cannot continue to go up there and look like they have no game plan.
The 1-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield. Barehanded at his knees. In time. Into the box, Henry Carnuth. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. 1 out, nobody on. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Wind up and the 0-2 pitch, and that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Felipe Zapata. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th, and he lays off there 1-0. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get fouled. 2 out, 2 strike offering. Here it is. And strike 3 called on a pitch that looked out of the zone. And that's the kind of ball game it's been for these guys, as this one is officially put into the books. A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Rough Riders led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Micah McGee notches his 3rd win of the year. Seth Cunningham earns the save out of the bullpen, his 2nd. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Seth Cunningham. Ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Seth Cunningham.
Striding in to start the 9th, Booker Bernstein, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Booker Bernstein.
First delivery to him on the way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Fernandez is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Amos Theophanopoulos. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a slider.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
3-1 to him now. The 3-1. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
3-2.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.